Welcome to the J.R. Hendrick Techsan Night, the podcast that deals with the early life of J.R. Hendrick. And now, this episode, Charlie's Bidding. Reading it, J.R. and Jimmy. 9:45 a.m. Eastern. In the school hallway, Christine is arguing with J.R. on the phone. Suddenly, the school bell rings, and Christine runs off to English class, calling J.R. a dork and hanging up. 9:55 a.m. Amy Kathleen returns back to Washington, complaining to Elizabeth Marie about Christine's rebellion. Elizabeth Marie assures her Uncle Jim had stopped it. Going upstairs to her room, she gets a call from J.R. Hello, Amy Kathleen. Hello, Amy. Welcome back to the Fishbowl Town. Hello, cousin, Amy Kathleen said. Say, how did you know how I was doing in my classes? You couldn't have. Grandma and her taped letters saying how good you're doing. I just want to see my cousin get rewarded. Christine won't see it that way. Yeah, her boyfriend. I worked with his father last summer. Boys going away to boarding school. Don't you worry about a thing. 9:30 a.m. Central. In public affairs class, Dr. Harmon lectures about audience awareness in public affairs. J.R. is glad to have class over with soon. 11:45 a.m. Eastern. At Cornerstone Christian Academy, Christine and Forever talk. Christine says she dreads having to deal with Amy Kathleen. Wisely changing the subject, Forever tells Christine that she and Charles, Sarge were engaged to be married. Christine offers to buy her lunch. 2 p.m. Eastern. Christine asked Amy Kathleen, begging her to try to get along. Look, I want to build a friendship with you, but I can't do it without you. You gotta help me, Christine said. That will take some time, Amy Kathleen said. 7 p.m. Central. (7 p.m. Eastern) in Washington. Elizabeth Marie is talking to Dave Smith over the phone about the engagement ring she received from him. You mean to tell me that's all? Elizabeth Marie protested in exasperation. Look, I'm just a little middle class man. This is all I got. My daddy picked up the cost, Dave said. 9:20 p.m. Jim picks up the telephone to call Claude. But true to form, he's not available. Shaking it off, Jim plans for a big afternoon with Blake Carter. 9 p.m. Central. I was sitting in the living room at Gordon Hall when Kevin McDonald came back to talk to me. You okay? Well, I'm alright. Karen Kriders asked me to meet her for breakfast at Fielding Hall. Are you sure you're up to that? You know she's gonna want to talk about you and Charlie. And I've got to say, she has a point. All that she wants to talk about, I don't think so. I think she wants me to ditch Jennifer Bowers and go back to her. Man, either way, you're bargaining for trouble and gonna get hurt. She says she loves me. Right now, I'm not sure that Jennifer Bowers says we haven't as much as talked on the phone or share a meal for quite some time. All I'm saying is be careful, Junior. Just like Charlie, she can give you pain. 1:40 a.m. At the Richland, Jim is reading a conservative magazine. TV is boring him with anecdotes of the Bob Cooney bribery case. John Hendrick was interviewed already on TV, and he was going on the Andrew House show on radio. He was also being featured on computer on the internet. 2:15 a.m. At the Richland, Jim is looking at some old pictures of him and Claude striking oil in Amarillo and Pampa. The rigs exploded into gushers of 30 barrels of oil. He thinks of Carl, who is driving a truck up to San Jose, California. 3:20 a.m. Jim goes into the Richland Home Chapel to pray, upset that his secretary called this early in the morning to tell him that the president has been talking to Bob Cooney. 5 a.m. Central. JR is studying for his mass media theory class exam that morning at 11. He would have breakfast this morning with Karen Kreider. 6 a.m. Central. Mama emailed me this morning asking me to call her for a family breakfast call. And the call went a little something like this. Just be patient. Having trouble here. Commercials. Damn it. Well, Miss Forever, I'm glad you could call. Good morning, JR. Morning, Daddy. Mama. JR, I want to talk to you about something. You're probably not going to hear it. Oh, what is it about Charlie Nation or Jennifer Flowers? Something far more important. Now, I know your daddy wanted to be kind of pro-choice, but Matt Declan is considering. The real estate developer wants to put a pro-life clinic within 10 blocks of abortion clinics in Washington, D.C., Chevy Chase, Maryland, and Arlington, Virginia. Well, hot damn, I'd like to support that. Then it's true, JR. What's that? You're a Swain, through and through. The people who are pro-life, they grew up on Swainfield. I love you, Mama. Hey, I want to talk to you about Charlie Nation. Now's not the time, Jim. Hey, Dave Smith sent me that engagement ring last night. I'd always wanted an engagement ring from a gumball machine. Look, be patient. It's going to take him some time. I mean, he's got less than 6 months to graduation. And you got, what, after January, 1 more year? It's all going to work out. Oh, Jerry, I'm going to let you go, okay? Because we all got to skedaddle. I need to talk to Amy Kathleen alone. All right, you take care, Mama. All right, bye-bye. Shortly after JR got off the phone, Betsy decided to have a heart-to-heart with Amy Kathleen, asking her to go talk to the college chaplain about her problems. 6:30 a.m. Karen Crowder changes breakfast, cinnamon rolls in the library. So why are we seeing each other like this? I asked. I'm asking you to come back to me. Politely. Karen Crowder said, why? Look, I don't want to see you get hurt. You got nothing to lose. Charlie Nation, he'll get it twisted, and Jennifer Flowers will drift off and break your heart. I care about you. She gives JR a long hug. Please, don't room with him and ditch her. 10 a.m. Eastern. Amy Kathleen visits Greg's dorm, begging him to turn from his computer and give her support attention. She says she wants to get along with Christine, but needs his help. True to form, philosopher Greg becomes supportive of his girlfriend. 10 a.m. Central. Leaving economics class, Jared called Christine, urging her to break up with Bo. Christine called him a dork and hangs up the phone. 1 p.m. Eastern. Jim was at the SBA executive office meeting where Commerce Secretary Ron Brown expected appointees to think outside the box. 2:30 p.m. Eastern. Jim returns to his desk when his secretary buzzes him. Yeah, Rita, what's up? Jim asks. Miss Forever is here to see you, Rita said. Bring her in, Jim says, as Forever walks in wearing a plain dress into the office. Well, sweetie, what brings you here? I want to talk to you about Sarge. Look, he asked me to marry him, and I said yes. And I talked to my father. He said he would like to hear a blessing from you. I'm sorry, honey. That just ain't my place. Your grandpa, and you, Jeremy, and your Aunt Elizabeth, said that it was the duty of a gentleman to ask the father, not the uncle. Would you please? We're getting married in May, as soon as we finish high school. Honey, that's all well and good, but I'm way out of your league. In this one, I never knew. I don't have a daughter that's at the marriage age. I'm not used to the customs of the gentleman collar. If you know what I mean, my family background was all warped. Go see Aunt Betsy. She don't know what to do. After apologizing for wasting Daddy's time, Forever picked up the phone and talked to me, and the phone conversation went a little something like this. Come on. Well, Miss Forever, I'm glad you could call me. I'm actually on a break from my studies. It's nice talking to you, John. Well, nice talking to you. I guess you're still happy about the invitation to the party that Saturday. That's not all you did that Saturday. How did you know that Sarge and I were thinking about getting married? Well, I have my ways. You know what? You just may have earned yourself a reprieve from me always giving you a hard time for making cuts toward the diving board at Springfield before it became an indoor pool. You're a godly man, JR, and so I'll give you a reprieve, but only until Sarge and I get married. Well, I think that's an excellent idea. Hey, I want you to come next summer. Your internship, I graduate from high school. I get a high school internship with the American Conservative Union. I want you working alongside me. All right, then. Listen, you tell your mama and daddy that I said hi. Sure will. Talk to you later, honey.
We're out here.
It's 2:40 p.m. Eastern. At a cafe in Chevy Chase, Bo says he can't see Christine anymore because as of January, he will be sent to Allegheny Boot Camp Foundation, where he would finish high school before going to an Ivy League college recommended by his father. 3:30 p.m. Eastern. Ed Council, who worked closely with Jim, but who was absent from the executive meeting, said he had it with his son, Bo, and says his son was responsible for Christine's rebellion. A Catholic boot camp will make him a gentleman. Miss Swain, I came to see you today because I'm really sorry for the trouble. 3 p.m. Central. Geraldine and I are talking in the room about our date. Suddenly, Charlie stood in a stance with his back to the door. Let's room together, Charlie said. What? Jerry asked. You heard me. Charlie, I haven't bored for 2 months. I think rooming together will be fun. This is my proposition. I petition housing to have us moved to Sam Houston House, Hugh and Clement. Let's room together. It's as simple as that. You're not letting me out of Crockett House when my grandfather sent 2 endowments to this place. Davis House and Crockett House. I ain't leaving Crockett House. Alright, on Friday, I'll march down to the housing and make it so we start rooming together next semester. 5 p.m. Eastern. After Richmond, Betsy calls her husband. Grandma desired to take Claude off of the Christmas list this year. Very upset and railing against President Clinton and against Claude. Betsy knew that she had to help him find something to calm down before he resorted to the drinking. Uh, 6 p.m. Eastern. Blake Carter arrived at the Richland to have some cocktails before dinner. Betsy informs him the invite of her husband's best friend going incognito. and not contacting him. So much that Blake Carter was now on the top of the list with the invites of the Hendrick mansion in Gainesville, Texas. 5:30 p.m. Central. Cheeseburgers were for supper at the Holy Spirit Club as Brent Clark and C.B. Coleman invite JR to discuss the dinner. C.B. warns JR of what would happen if he rooms with Charlie. JR said he's still making up his mind. Okay, give me a minute. Okay. December 1st, 3:20 a.m. Eastern. At the Richland, Jim is reading the morning edition of the Fort Worth Times, where Rick Morris castigated John Hendrick for releasing the story about the Bob Cooney bribery case. Which was all over the papers and can be an embarrassment to both political parties. Jim had picked Rick Norris because he was a veteran business and political consultant who got him out of a jam in 1984 when he used the ranch's collateral on some entertainment investments purchased, saving him from being divorced by Betsy. 4:40 a.m. Betsy wakes up to find her husband screaming and railing against President Clinton. She's glad that he is taking a day off today because of administrative duties and calling the Andrew House Show. 6:30 a.m. Central. Egg and cheese barbecue pizza was for breakfast this morning when I sat down with Alex Patalis. Missed you in meals the past few days? What's going on? Alex asked. The time that I was not in school, I was having some of my meals with Grandma Hendrick. And then yesterday, I had breakfast with Karen Crowder. I absolutely don't know what you see in this girl. You remember last year, around this time, all this off again, on again? Seriously, it was crazy. She'll do it to you again. Jennifer Bowers has been occupied. Jennifer Bowers has been accepted to the London School of Economics. She's not talking to me that much. I guess with final exams coming. Man, please, come to the dinner tonight and come to the missionary devotional tonight. please. 10:05 a.m. Betsy charters a flight to take the Hendrick party tonight to Indianapolis. 9:35 a.m. Dr. Hyman lectures about audience awareness in politics. Tuesday, he would have to present a paper at Columbia University, so Frederick McKay would have the final lecture. Why do people listen? A rhetorical question Harmon asked all semester. Would finally sink into JR in that year's internship. 11:40 a.m. Christine gets into a fight at school because a girl picked a fight with her over her locker. $1:40 p.m. Eastern. At the Richland, Jim is setting the tone for the arrival of Bonnie McCallaghay, iced tea, folders, and planner books. Tomorrow, Jim had to go to see the governor in Indianapolis, something which he dreads, but he realizes he needs to get done. 2:10 p.m. In the Richland, Christine and Amy Kathleen come home from school early because of the administrative day. And so Christine apologizes to Amy Kathleen for her rebellion. And Amy Kathleen apologizes to her because of the migraine. Because of the migraine, Christine's experiencing depression and aggressive thoughts. 5:40 p.m. Central. Jim and Betsy pack their bags to get ready to take the flight for Baton Rouge for the 8 p.m. departure. 7 p.m. Eastern. The Hendrick party departs from the Richland, bound to Ronald Reagan International Airport in Washington, D.C. 8 p.m. The private jet departs from Washington, D.C., bound for Indianapolis. 7 p.m. Central. It's a missionary evening at the Holy Spirit Club. Reverend Anderson delivered a message about the 4 spiritual laws. J.R. was sitting with Charlie and Trish. 8:30 p.m. Central. Although Trish and I sang some Christian songs, Charlie is very despondent because of some of his grades. So Trish asked me to stay one night with him. After all, Dave Smith was spending the night with his brother-in-law and sister. 10 p.m. Eastern. The Hendrick plane lands in Indianapolis. Mercedes-Benz Sprinter goes to pick up Barney McCallaghay to take her to her penthouse suite. An airport shuttle comes to pick up Jim and Betsy and the luggage to take them to Wyndham Hotel, Indianapolis International Airport. We hope you enjoy listening to the J.R. Hendrick Techsan Gentleman. If you like what you hear, please subscribe. Become a part of the J.R. Hendrick the adventure. This is James Hendrick Empowerment saying until next time, get ready for the rest of the story. It's going to get interesting from here.